These are Arteta's tactics to make Arsenal the champion of England. In the offensive structure, one midfielder and the left fullback move inside to help in the build-up and also to attract the opponent's midfielders. These movements create spaces for Zinchenko and Odegaard, who have numerical superiority in the midfield, but the opponent's fullback join them to equalize the numbers. However, this creates a space for Saka and White on the right side. Another way to build up is with the fullbacks open and with Havertz dropping back to create superiority in the midfield and attract the opponent's wingers to free the fullbacks. Also, Arsenal's wingers stay high in order to fix the opponent's defensive line. Therefore, when the fullback has the ball, Rice and Odegaard are smart to find the free spaces to switch the game to the opposite flank. The defenders are patient in finding the free players because they know their teammates will move to create passing lines. Here, Havertz, Zinchenko and Jorginho have positional superiority because they are between Liverpool's players. As a consequence, Havertz attracts the opponent's winger and frees Zinchenko. They create numerical superiority over the opponent's fullback. Thus, a centre-back moves close to them, but this creates a huge space between the centre-backs and Havertz attacks the space, while Odegaard is smart to stop his run and create a passing line to play quickly to Havertz, while Saka runs from the right side. Usually in the build-up, Jorginho and Rice switch positions often, with one dropping back between the centre-backs, while the midfielders and striker move between the lines to gain positional superiority. When they can't find them, the centre-backs play long balls into space, and thanks to the speed of Arsenal's strikers, they can complicate the opponent's defense. Furthermore, in Zone A they build up with 5 players to try to attract as many opponents as they can, but in Zone B, Havertz and Odegaard move inside to attract the opponent's fullbacks. Thus, Martinelli and Saka can receive the ball freely. As they attract 4 opponents, they know that there's a free space in the central channels, which they attack, while the wingers stretched the defensive line. They have many variations to build up and change it according to the opponent. Here the fullbacks and the wingers are ready to attack the space, and the midfielders try to be closer to the centre-backs and Rice. This stretches the opponent's defensive line, creating 2v2 situations on the sides and allowing the wingers to drop back to receive the ball freely when the opponent's wingers jumps to press. With the ball they are connected and close to each other, allowing them to have effective combinations between 3 or 4 players in the central channels, while the wide players attract the opponents. Here they have 6 players to play the ball out from the back. However, the most important movement is made by Odegaard, who always finds spaces between the lines and plays quickly to the wingers. When they have the ball in the opponent's half, the 3 strikers try to fix the opponent's defensive line, while Odegaard is the key player in the midfield, making smart runs to free spaces and usually making the best decisions. Also, when the opponent defends in a low block, they are clever at finding spaces. The wingers usually try to attack the half space between the opponent's fullback and centre-back, while the midfielders move to zone 14 to shoot. This video is brought to you by Metrica Sports, the fundamental tool for every coach and analyst. Create and manage all your video analysis in one platform. In the defensive structure, the left fullback Zinchenko moves to the midfield in order to press with 6 players in the opposite half, leaving one-on-one situations for their defenders because the centre-backs are strong in winning the aerial duels. We can see that Odegaard and the striker are aggressive in recovering the ball and are covered by the midfielders. So if the opponent plays long balls, the centre-backs can recover the ball. In Zone A they press with 3 players and in Zone B with 4 players, but players from Zone B also press in Zone A if the opponent overcomes the strikers, forcing them to progress slowly and play long balls. Usually Arsenal's pressure block is formed by 5 players who cover the central channels, while the defensive block covers the opponent's strikers and is ready to help in pressing if the opponent advances through the sides. Without the ball, they also try to be compact, with all players within 25 meters. They cover the central channels and the spaces between the lines, forcing the opponent to play long balls. When the opponent forces Arsenal to defend in a low block, they are smart in defending the box and the half spaces with 5 at the back. Share your thoughts about Arsenal's tactics, and if you enjoyed the video, drop a like. Thanks for watching.